outside of Colorado Springs. Everyone on board was killed. 20 passengers, including 5 crew. Initially, they thought a severe wind shear was responsible for the crash, but later they found out it was due to a faulty rudder. It crashed in a park and narrowly missed an apartment complex by 100 feet. The crash shattered neighborhood windows, scattered debris all over the park. My husband James was home when it happened, and the impact was so great he thought there was an earthquake happening. The plane crash made a big impact in the community and all over the world. It was all over the news. It was all our neighbors could talk about, for months, for years. Just go check it out. You know, let's go. I thought really interesting. Seriously, I think it'd be so. It's Halloween 2006. And out of kind of a morbid curiosity, I encouraged James to come to the park with me and the crash occurred in 1991. I'm a Gullah Sioux, so as a Native American, I was exposed to the concept of the spirit world from a very early age. James is really skeptical, and I think he just kind of went along as maybe kind of a joke. It was a little cold that evening, so we wore jackets. We brought flashlights, a couple of digital cameras. I guess I was hoping to see something, to hear something, to be able to capture evidence, something I could prove to James that there's more to this physical dimension of ours. There's another side. There's another layer. James and I left the house. The park was maybe 3 blocks away from where we lived. There was no moon. One of the first things we noticed was a flashing light. It was one of the park lights. So I approached the light, and it turned itself off. And when I backed away, it would come back on again. James was trying to rationalize it as some sort of short in the wiring, but because of the pattern, it just seemed like something was trying to get our attention. James kind of knocks on it to see if there's some kind of a short happening. Won't come on at all. And then as soon as we back away, it starts flickering again. And we're trying to figure out why we're starting to see shadows moving across the sidewalk. There's only a minimal amount of ambient light, there's no moon, but we're starting to see what look like the shadows of people running back and forth across the pathway. So you see something out of the corner of your eye, and then by the time you turn to look, it's gone. It was about this time where James turned to me and he says, "Can you hear that?" So I got really still. And I remember just this kind of numbness taking in my body. people whispering. You couldn't quite make out what they were saying. As we turned to leave, that's when this really strange fog began to roll in. This wasn't our breath. It was cold enough to where you could see some of our breath. This was something entirely different. This was a very strange localized fog. And that's when I started taking pictures. I wanted to see if we could photograph this fog. We're taking pictures, and we're starting to notice that different odd images are appearing in this fog. We've never seen anything like this. They look like they're made out of light or gauze or sheets. I enlarged the photo on our viewfinder, and James just had no words. It's like all the life was just completely sucked out of him. He had never seen anything like this. We're getting very excited about what we're seeing, but James continues to feel more and more perplexed. He's starting to become paranoid. We're wondering if there's people watching us. So we start to move our way out of the park. And that's when I start hearing what I think was a church bell. We track the sound to its source. And we found out that these were swing chains hitting against the metal poles. In the same way we saw the light flashing earlier, we thought that maybe this was something that was trying to get our attention.
The way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub about. Getting that perfect slice is satisfying, fulfilling, and rewarding too. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Slice to order makes a sub above.
So as we turn to leave, that's when this really strange fog began to roll in. We're taking pictures, and we're starting to notice that different odd images are appearing in this fog. And that's when I start hearing what I think was a church bell. And these were swing chains hitting against the metal poles. The chains for the swing were banging up against the poles. It was just like they were moving in this kind of wind. But there was no wind. So I felt like something was trying to get our attention. I really started to feel like perhaps I was taunting these things too much, maybe that I was being too disrespectful. started to get very concerned for James's safety and mine. I started to get very concerned that something might follow us home. So we decided to leave. I was really interested to get home. I was really interested to look at these pictures in more depth, to talk to James about what we had just experienced. When we got back, James made hot cocoa because we were cold, and I proceeded to hook the camera up to the television so I could see these pictures in greater detail. When I hooked the camera up to the TV and blew up these pictures. We were just shocked at the detail of some of these images. These were more than dust or insects or just fine particles caught in our flesh. These were spirits. This was the first time I ever had any kind of spiritual manifestation on camera.
This is pretty exciting.
I'm feeling elated. For me, this was just a huge validation that there is another side, that we do go somewhere after we die, that our ancestors are still with us. I was in a state of total disbelief. We're still a little unsettled. There still is a level of paranoia that something still might happen to us. So there is a traditional Native American ceremony called a smudging ceremony, where you light sage, sweetgrass, cedar, and this is meant to cleanse your home, your belongings, your person of any unhealing or loving energy. After the ceremony, the energy really settled down, but there was still something that was attached to us. A mild anxiety, a worry like something bad is going to happen. It's about I'm going to decide to go to bed. I finally fell asleep. I just remember what I thought was someone blowing. So the fan's on, which is really strange because it's October. We only have this fan on in summertime. And just from the white noise that it's generating, I'm starting to hear those whispers again. Like a lot of people whispering at once, but very rapidly, and again, that's nothing you could make out. I get out of bed, I walk to the fan, and I turn it off. And the whispering stops. just feel like I brought this back into our home because of all these pictures and this trying to get these spirits to communicate with us. Asking me if these things could appear before our cameras, if these things could speak to us, if these things could show us what they were, to tell us their story. I start making my way back to the bed.
Getting that perfect slice is satisfying, fulfilling, and rewarding too. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Slice to order makes a sub above.
Brad, they call me out here once a year to do a little price cut.
Save up to $5,000 on selected stock homes during the red tag sale.
I really started to feel like perhaps I was too disrespectful. I started to get very concerned that something might follow us home. When I put the camera up to the TV, we were just shocked at the detail of some of these images. I finally fell asleep. I just remember someone blowing in my face. I just feel like I brought this back into a home.
Say no. Say no. Get back.
I start making my way back to the bed. And that's when I see what looks like the transparent spirit of an old man. And I can only see him from the waist up because he's materialized halfway through the bed.
You get out of there.
He's looking down at James and he's touching his leg. James! Instinctively, immediately, my defenses took over. I just felt this very overprotectiveness for James, like I had to protect him. I hit the bed, so James wakes up from the shaking and he's like, "What's going on? What are you doing?" And I told him there was an old man here. He was right in the middle of our bed. He was looking at you. He was touching you. He touches his leg and he says it's ice cold. It's cold? He says he feels like he has like this weird static electricity all over his leg. That was the first time I've ever encountered a ghost face to face. I've dreamt of spirits. I've heard of people that have had encounters with spirits, but I've never seen one in my own environment. And that was the scariest night of my life. this was the scariest night of my life because I never felt invaded, that something had come in to a place that I hold sacred. That something as innocent as a park can turn into whispers and shadows and chains beating against poles and images of what look like people looking at us. I was just very curious, and I felt really bad afterwards that we were intruding upon a site where people had lost their lives. To get some pictures, to get some audio, to get some evidence, to validate myself, to validate my belief in this other world, to show James that there's more to this life experience. We've been back several times, but when we come back, we bring flowers with us now. I wake up to a noise that struck me as odd.
I started feeling a little bit uneasy in the apartment.
I've never seen anything like this. Something isn't right here.
I started feeling like I was being watched.
Get out of here.
I've actually seen it.
But you'll stop shaking on my bed and get the fuck off. Get it.
Twin brother who's a fraternal twin. His name's Jeff. We share the same bedroom. We spend a lot of our time doing what normal kids would do. Growing up, we had a fantastic childhood. There was never... Our parents were pretty typical. It was kind of like the typical semi-1950s family kind of style home.
Your father. Okay, go back to to get ready for that.
Bedtime was usually around 9 o'clock on a weeknight.
So,
Jeff falls asleep, and I'm having an issue actually getting to sleep. Kind of half in, half out of it. I wake up to a noise. It's a distinctive noise that struck me as odd. It was as if a plate or a cup was being placed on the counter, and it was quite repetitive. It seemed entirely out of place, but I just pretty much assuming maybe it's my mom or dad that are up making something to eat or cleaning up. And usually at this time of night, everybody's in bed. There's no reason for anyone to be up. So I decided to get up and go investigate. I made my way down the hallway
and I come into the kitchen, and there's nobody in there. So I go and grab a cup out of the cupboard. Went to the fridge, grabbed the juice, poured myself a glass. And as I placed this plastic cup on the counter, it was quite a striking resemblance to what I had heard. So I kind of kept repeating the sound, adding a bit more force to it. It sounded almost like the noises I was hearing. For some odd reason, I found it more fascinating than anything. I didn't really know what to chalk it up to. So I went back to bed. And just as I'm coming down the hallway, I hear the same sound again. I stop to listen. It's almost like it was a game, like a knock-knock game or something like that.
So, how do you think that
As I'm passing my parents' bedroom, I can actually hear my mother say to my dad, "Did you hear that?"
There's for that too, right? It's nothing. I'm hearing it all night.
We heard the same thing.
It's nothing. It's probably just the wind. Why don't you go back to bed?
But I remember it was crazy to me that they heard it too. So I go back into my bedroom, and as I get into my bed, I can hear my brother.
Do you know Mr. Husband? Yeah. She's so strict. It's like a guy who's wandering around the classroom. He's actually wandering.
Chit-chatting about the day and what we're gonna do tomorrow.
And we can invite like all the kids we really. That would be really cool.
And just mid-sentence, he just stops talking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't respond to anything I say.
Yeah.
But just as this happens, my ears pop. It's as if I have this hissing pain sensation. Right away it triggers me like something's off. This is a weird night. When I lay back down, rolling over onto my back, I'm starting to realize that something isn't right here. I look to my doorway at the foot of my bed. Fully up, like these two silhouettes.
I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now, there's Skyrizi. Things are getting clearer. I feel free. If they must be, yeah, that's on me. Nothing in me go hand in hand. Nothing on my skin, that's my new place. Nothing is everything. Achieve clear skin with Skyrizi. 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin in 4 months. In another study, most people had 90% clear skin even in 4 years. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Now's the time to ask your doctor about Skyrizi. With #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic. Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
What can I do about asthma? It's addiction. I can do more. Crazy commute. Route control. Have a nice day, Alex. Taking the stairs. That's how you do more. With Dupixent, which helps prevent asthma attacks. Dupixent is not for celebrating trouble. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma that can improve lung function, with better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. It can reduce or even eliminate oral steroids. And here's something important. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling or numbness in your legs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Are you ready to do more with less asthma? Just ask your asthma specialist about Dupixent.
Typed in Grandma's name and birth year, and there she was, working at the Five and Dime.
My dad's been wondering about his childhood address for 70 years, and I found it in 5 minutes.
That little leap helped me learn all the names from the old neighborhood. It felt like a treasure hunt.
The 1950 census adds vivid new detail to your family story, and it's available now on Ancestry.
With the intelligent control of all-wheel drive and the power of a 2.5-liter turbo engine, there's no limit to the places the 2022 Sorrento can take you, and to the stories waiting for you when you get there. The world's first storytelling machine, the 2022 Sorrento. Kia, movement that inspires.
I'd heard strange noises from the kitchen, and when I got up to look, nothing was there. I was seeing strange beings. Everything in my gut was telling me to get out of here. You can't see any features. One is as tall as the doorway itself. It appears to be a man. It seemed intimidating just based on the size. Holding the hand of what appeared to be a smaller child. I can't understand what I'm actually seeing. So I'm just trying to take it all in. I'm realizing that this isn't something normal. As I'm looking and taking all this in, my ears pop again. Just as quickly as he appeared, it just vanished. Everything seems back to normal. And I turn over to my brother and say, Jeff, did you see that? Did you see that?
What? They were just there. Didn't see anything. What are you talking about?
And I'm kind of blown away that he didn't see it. The fear started to kind of creep up on me. I couldn't really fully understand what had just happened. I had to get up and I'm going to go tell my parents. When I had to cross through the doorway from my bedroom into the hallway, I was thinking, if I turn a corner, are they going to appear here or are they going to appear there?
Mom, Dad, I saw like the shadows in my room. Honestly, there's probably like a light. I'll just contact you. Okay. There's nobody in there. Come on, let's go back to bed. You're fine.
I don't want to go back. I have to turn back and go to my bedroom. The only little bit of solace I have is at least I know my brother's in there. And as I get into my bed...
Did you see that? It was right there. Back to bed. I saw it. Just go to bed. It's all in your imagination.
Trying to explain it was just as crazy as it sounds. It was upsetting to me. Maybe I just had a bad dream, it's just my mind playing tricks on me. So I kind of almost believe it didn't happen. It's easier to believe that it was just a dream. I decide, all right, this is enough. I'm going to just close my eyes and fall asleep. And maybe only for minutes I had my eyes closed. And then my ears popped again. And I knew from that something was going to happen. I'm in a panic because I don't want to have to deal with what this is. There's something off about this thing entirely. now far more nervous than I was before. So I open up my eyes. And again, they're right there. So I pull the blankets over top of my head thinking, I can't see them, they can't see me. These blankets somehow going to protect me from what's going on. Maybe I'm still dreaming, or who knows what it is. And I slowly take the blanket away. And they're still there. The larger shadow appears to let go of the hand of a small child. The child starts frolicking towards the foot of my bed. And it's as if this thing is wanting to come to play. And I don't want any part of it. Everything in my gut was telling me to get out of here. And then it starts skipping, making its way to the side of my back, towards my shoulder, towards my head. So now I can't move. It's as if something has shut me down. I'm doing all my might to actually move, to call out to my parents. But it turns sharply towards my face. It's almost unbearable. I don't know what's coming next because it's getting closer to me, like up to my shoulder and head. This thing is getting invasive. This is bad. This is not going to end good. The terror is even worse because there's nothing I can do. I can't move. I can't even scream. All I can do is move my eyes to a point where I think I couldn't even breathe. And then it starts to talk. In this high-pitched, disgustingly creepy, screechy, maniacal voice. I've never heard anything like that before. I haven't heard anything like that ever since. This thing's actually talking, and I can actually hear it. This thing's gonna talk to me. Why is that the first thing that it says? And I didn't believe any of it. Everything inside, all the alarms were going off inside. Like, I have to get out of here, but I can't move. I can't even turn my head away to look away from this.
Oh.
And it's still talking the whole time like it's on a loop. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna hurt you. Everything is telling me I'm actually not dreaming. At that time, I wish I was dreaming. And I can still see the entire room. I can still see the hallway. I can even hear the house kind of settling. The bigger one didn't seem to have much to do with anything. I don't know if it was just looking on, and even that was entering my head what this one was going to do, because at first I was far more intimidated by the larger figure, but this child, or whatever it was far more terrifying than anything. And all of a sudden my ears pop. Everything's back to normal. And I can actually move. I pop right up and I bolt right into my parents' bedroom.
Oh, Dad, the shadows came back. They were there, I swear. They were like the small one feet.
She brought me back to bed. Now at this point too, now Jeff's awake again. He was alarmed, given how afraid I sounded, so I tried to keep him awake for a few minutes as we talked back and forth.
So what did they look like? There was a tall one and a short one, but they were just like shadows. Like the little one ran over and I believe you, just I didn't see.
And he just stops mid-sentence. Either he's falling asleep or he's messing with me. And all of a sudden again, my ears pop. My heart's pounding. Because I know what's coming. I don't want to do this again.
What's wrong with you?
Jeff, they're coming.
I'm saying, Jeff, are you awake? Wake up. I get nothing. I'm afraid of what's going to happen next. And then the figures appear again. And I was entirely frozen again. I can't do anything at all. And then he starts proceeding his way, coming down the side of the bed. And there's nothing I can do. I can barely even breathe. And it's as if he's right in my ear. And it didn't feel good at all. And all the while still, the big shadow figures in the doorway. And then all of a sudden the bed depresses on my head.
Rapper, actor, even wrote a cookbook.